Hi, welcome to Academic Speaking class. Today we are going to discuss the principles to develop oral presentation competence. This is our learning outcome. After you study this course, you will be able to describe the principles to develop the oral presentation competence, especially for higher education level. So, we will discuss the study conducted by Van Ginkel, Gulikers, Biemans, and Mulder 2015. They conduct this study because of some reasons. The first one, they think that the oral presentation competence is very important in higher education. Similarly, they also think that the policy maker around the world agreed that the presentation ability is one of the qualification of the higher educated graduates. In similar vein, the professional from some fields think that the graduates often lack of competence to speak publicly. Smith and Sodano 2011 also state the similar statement. The individuals are afraid when they are having the public speaking. To overcome the problem, Rubin and Jordan 1997 state that the anxiety of the communication can be decreased by practicing the oral presentation. Therefore, in this study, aims to design the educational program to develop oral presentation competence, particularly emphasizing on the principles. The Grace 2009 defined the oral presentation competence. It's not only the skills, but the combination of the knowledge and attitude that they need to speak publicly that has purpose to inform, self-express, to relate, or persuade. Van Ginkel, Gulikers, Biemans, and Mulder employed the systematic review to conduct the study. There are some steps they employed. The first one, they have some formulation of the inclusion and exclusion criteria. So, because they focus on the oral presentation competence, they find the research article related to that topic. So if they are not related, they will exclude the research article. So we call that one as the formulation of inclusion and exclusion criteria. And the second one, they employed the search strategy by using the keywords. For example, they search the article by typing oral presentation competence or oral presentation skill. And then after they find the article related to the topic, they will identify which one are relevant or not. After they took the relevant publication or the relevant article, they will do the critical analysis from those research articles. And then after they analyze, They will formulate the design principles to develop oral presentation skill. They identified and employed 52 research journal articles which published last 20 years. So after they search many research articles, they focus on 52 articles that concerns on the oral presentation competence. They analyze those research articles by focusing on students' characteristics, learning environment characteristic, learning process, and learning outcome. So after they analyze, they will formulate, they will get some conclusion from their analysis. So to design educational program to develop oral presentation competence, we must focus on some principles. The first principles, uh, the first principles is the instruction. Instruction. The instruction consists of the learning objective and the learning tasks. Learning objective in bahasa Indonesia is tujuan belajar. So, we as a teacher or the lecturer or instructor must give the information to our students about our learning objective as the learning environment characteristics to develop our students' oral presentation competence. Okay, after we inform to our students about the learning objective, we must focus on the second principles of the instruction. It is the learning tasks. We as a teacher must focus on this principle. We as a teacher must provide the challenging tasks to our students. For example, we employ the case-based or problem-based tasks, and then we provide the authentic tasks. And we must design the tasks from the simple to the complex one. That's the instruction. And the second one, the second principle is the learning activities. Okay, the learning activities consist of some principles, behavior modeling, and the opportunity to practice. We, as a teacher, must provide the model for the students so the students can observe of the peers or the expert so the students can repeat what they observe. And then we must give our students a chance to practice. By encouraging our students to practice, they can be confident and they will have the self-efficacy. And then the third principle is we must focus on the assessment, strategy. The assessment strategy is strategi penilaian. In assessment strategy consists of three principles. The first one is feedback. So the students need the feedback So they will know their mistakes and they also will know their progress. So the feedback can be from the teacher, can be from their friends, or it can be from the students themselves. And then the next principle is the peer assessment. We can ask our students to monitor their progress by discussing with their friends. So we call that the peer assessment. And then we also can ask our students to monitor their progress, maybe through the videotaping or the portfolio. So from those principles, we as a teacher can develop our students' oral presentation competence. I think that's all my presentation. See you next week. Bye.